In this video, we are going to analyze a common refrigerator issue, when there is frost in the upper part of the fridge, but the lower part does not cool properly. Main causes of the issue. A. Lack of regular defrosting. Excessive ice buildup on the evaporator blocks the airflow from the freezer to the refrigerator compartment. This can be due to the defrost heater not working properly, or the control system, timer, or electronic board not activating the defrost cycle when needed. B. Lack of thermal exchange. If the evaporator in the upper part is covered in ice, this prevents cold air from circulating downward, causing the lower part of the refrigerator not to cool sufficiently. Steps to diagnose the issue. 1. Defrost the refrigerator. Unplug the fridge for several hours, preferably leaving the doors open to speed up the defrosting process. Once all the ice has melted, plug the fridge back in and observe if it works correctly during the first few hours. 2. Identify the control system. Determine if your fridge uses an electronic board or a mechanical timer to control the defrost process. Fridges with an electronic board, they use temperature sensors to regulate the defrost cycle. Fridges with a mechanical timer, they use a clock to trigger the defrost cycle at regular time intervals. 3. Check the freezer fan. Make sure the freezer fan is spinning correctly. Remember that some refrigerators have a switch that disconnects the fan when the door is open. Find this switch and press it to check if the fan works when the door is closed. 4. Verify the defrost cycle. Observe if the refrigerator turns off the compressor for several minutes, indicating it has entered the defrost phase. During this cycle, the compressor and fan should shut off, and the defrost heater should turn on to melt the ice. 5. Check the defrost heater. In models with a mechanical timer, use a flathead screwdriver to turn the timer until the compressor and fan turn off, indicating the refrigerator has entered the defrost cycle. If the heater doesn't warm up during this cycle, it's likely that the bimetal, the safety switch that controls the heater, is not closing the circuit, or the heating element itself is faulty. In models with an electronic board, the heater is controlled by a triac or a relay. If the heater doesn't activate, you may need to check these components along with the bimetal and temperature sensors. The best way to test a triac or relay that powers a heating circuit is to check if AC voltage reaches the heating element when the cycle starts. Additionally, to test a relay, listen for a sound when the defrost cycle begins, as this can signal that its internal switch is functioning. 6. Bypassing the bimetal. If you suspect the bimetal isn't closing the circuit, you can bypass the wires feeding it to check if the heater warms up. To do this, defrost the evaporator, remove the bimetal, and directly connect the heater's wires. If it heats up, it means the heater is fine, and the issue is with the bimetal. 7. Replace damaged components. Defrost heater. If bypassing the bimetal does not heat the heater, it is likely damaged and needs to be replaced. Timer or electronic board. If the timer does not correctly trigger the defrost cycle, it may need to be replaced. Remember to take photos of the wires before disconnecting the timer to ensure proper reconnection with the new component. 8. Temperature sensors. In models with an electronic board, temperature sensors play a crucial role in activating the defrost cycle. If one of these sensors is defective, the cycle won't activate properly. A. Locate the temperature sensor near the freezer, disconnect it from the electronic board, and measure its resistance with a multimeter set to the kilo scale. B. The resistance value should never be 0 or infinite, and when you rub the sensor with your hand, the multimeter reading should decrease. C. If you have the sensor's resistance versus temperature chart, check if the multimeter reading matches the chart.